He's been happily married to Colleen for 33 years, and they are the proud parents of 2 children, Jennifer and Sean. He's an active member of Monsignor Loughlin, Ancient Law Hibernians Division 7, is currently serving his 4th term as president. In addition, he served the Nassau County Board for 8 years as Sentinel, Marshal and Treasurer. He has also been active for many years in the Nassau County Fesh Committee. Volunteered through the years for food drives, Super Standing in Breezy Point with OH, the Leviton Soccer Club, and helped to raise money for very many organisations. And he is a man who is very involved in the life of students. Would you please welcome the Nassau County Aide, Richard O'Neill. Okay, moving down the line here. The next aide was born in Dara, County Cavan. The second of 7 children born to Jimmy and Kathleen Wynne, emigrated to Woodside, holding numerous jobs in the trades, department superintendent and the owner of a bar and restaurant in Queens. Like a lot of the Irish, when he got money, he moved to Suffolk County. No, he just moved to Suffolk County. That bit is not in there. For he and his wife of 38 years, Kathy, she's Clancy from Glendale in County Leitrim. They've raised 3 children. James is a United States Marine Corps veteran and federal agent. Jean is a lieutenant colonel on active duty in the US Marine Corps. And Sean is the owner of Celtic Tech. He's an active member of Division 8 Suffolk County Ancient Law Hibernians and has served in many official positions. He was honoured as Hibernian of the Year by the Division and the town of Brookhaven. He proudly helps raise donations to send care packages to deployed members of the US Armed Forces in Iraq and Afghanistan. Fairly good golfer, he has volunteered, hosted and managed several charity golfing events for various organisations. Ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure, the Suffolk County Aide, Eugene Wynne. I think we've moved down the line now to my left-hand side. Our next aide was raised in the Trogsneck section of the Bronx, one of 4 children raised by Eileen and John Mosher. She traces her Irish heritage through her great-grandparents back to County Clare. She and her son live in Yonkers. She attended Pace University, Lehman College, and Morris A. Dean School of Law at Hofstra University, where she was a notes and comment editor of the Hofstra Law Review and served as president of the Hofstra Law Women. My God, that's a mouthful. She was co-chairman of the Educated Law Committee of Westchester County. She works as an assistant county attorney in Westchester County. She's president of the Ladies Ancient Law Hibernians of Division 19 Yonkers, a board member of the American Irish Association of Westchester. She volunteers with the Sister of Life. She has raised money for causes for local veterans, the American Cancer Association, and orphanages in Mexico. She herself was aide in the Yonkers St. Patrick's Day Parade, receiving a Rising Alumni Under 40 from Preston High School, and recipient of the Irish Woman of the Year Award from the Irish American Association of Westchester. Would you please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Westchester County Aide, Alison Bolt. Okay, we move on to our next aide, a native of Woodbury, New York, attended St. Dominic's High School in Oyster Bay, New York, and St. Thomas Aquinas College. His dad is a famous native of Dublin. In fact, he's from Clonliffe, and his parental parents were from Dublin and Kildare, Maynooth. Him and his wife Trika, have a daughter, Annie. He's a member of Ancient Law Hibernians Division, North Rockland, who has served as secretary, vice president, and president. On the county level, he has completed 4 years as president and has served as a scholarship chairman, secretary, treasurer, and vice president. On the state level, he is chairman of the New York State Scholarship Committee and was mass chairman for 2011 New York Ancient Order Hibernian State Convention. He's involved in numerous other charities, including Scar Hill Dominican Association, Rockland County St. Patrick's Day Parade, and his wife Tricia are very involved with him. Please, ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome the Rockland County Aide for this year, James Russell. Our next aide was born in the Bronx, the County Bronx, and raised in Congers. He's the eldest of two brothers, Kevin and Holly Reynolds. He's married to Janice E. Boyle, and they have three children, Jessica, Matthew, and Kira. He traced his Irish heritage through his grandparents, the County Meath and Monaghan. He attended SUNY Rockland and served in the United States Marine Reserve. He began his law enforcement career as a police officer with the Greenwood Lake Police Department, becoming their senior firearm and training officer after graduating from the FBI Firearm Instruction School. He's the past president of the Ancient Hibernians Justice Elite, Junior Division 1 in Monroe. He was the New York State AOH Organizer and District Aid Director. He's a member of the Pine Bush Knights of Columbus and the Police Emerald Society of the Hudson Valley, past director of the Mid-Hudson Street St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee, former bass drummer with the Orange County Ancient Hibernians Division 1 in Pipes, and served as First Lieutenant with Pine Island Volunteer Fire Department. Would you please welcome the Orange County Aide, Keith P. Reynolds. There we are, all the oranges are down here. You can see them, look at that. Every year, brilliant support from the oranges. I used to think it was a place in New Jersey until I started coming here. Okay, our next aide was actually born in Manchester, England, the eldest of three children, born to Dennis and Sheila Nicole, and was raised in Guido in County Donegal. She emigrated to New York and married a Guido man, Michael Barrett. They now live in Connecticut, and they're both fluent Gaelic speakers. They have two children, Neil, active in the Boy Scouts of America, and Megan, an up-and-coming Irish step dancer. This young lady has served as 2 terms as president of the Donegal Association of New York. She has served various offices in the United Irish Counties Association of New York, and she has just finished up her stint as the president of that very influential organization. She was the 4th woman and the first native from her native Donegal to serve as president of the United Irish Counties. She has earned numerous awards, including the Irish Eckers Community Champion Award, the Irish Heritage and Culture Award from the Queen's County Ladies LOH, was named as the Irish Vice Most Influential Woman, and the Shining Star Award from Bishop Nicholas DiMaggio for her work with the Irish Apostolate. Would you please welcome the United Irish Counties aide, Katie Ballard. Our next aide is the daughter of Mary O'Connor and James Cornelius Shea, and is of Irish descent, with her maternal grandmother emigrating from County Cork and her paternal grandfather from County Galway. She was named the Distinguished Educator of the Year by the New York City Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development, served as a member of the Deputy Chancellor for Teaching and Learning Senior Team, served as the CEO of Knowledge Network Learning Support Organization. She was educated at Brentwood College, Brooklyn College, and Fordham University. She was honoured as the Irish Educator of the Year from the Irish Arts and Heritage Committee, named Irish Woman of the Year for New York City Department of Education Emerald Society, and selected as an aide to the Park Slope St. Patrick's Day Parade. The Grand Council of Emerald Society aide, Dr. Kathleen Cashin. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to lose you now. You've been a great audience. We are getting very close. We have only 2 more aids, so just if you can keep just down just for a few more minutes, I'll tell you one thing, we will fly through this, okay? Our next aide was born and raised in Connecticut. Currently resides in Manhattan. He was educated at Staples High School, the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, and Boston University of Law. His interests and activities are threefold: religion, education, and Irish heritage. He's a Knight of St. Patrick, a Knight in the Order of the Holy Sepulchre of Jerusalem, and served in the NYC area treasurer of the Knights of the Order of Malta. He's the chair of the Executive Committee for the Basilica of St. Patrick's Old Cathedral, active in Ireland's US Council, and a member of numerous organisations, including Ancient Order Hibernians Division 7. He served on the board of directors of the Irish Institute, on the Lawyers Committee of the Inner City Scholarship Fund for the Archdiocese of New York, and a member of the director for the Invest in Education Foundation. In his spare time, I don't know how he finds it, but in his spare time, he loves to play golf. Would you please welcome the Knights of St. Patrick Aid, Robert E. Peterson. The Knights are here, over there. Jean McCarthy, of course, is the chairperson. They're at table 27. Kay Quinlan over there. If you want to become a member, go over and see them. Great organisation, and he's the representative on 5th Avenue. Okay, we come to our last aide at large. Superintendent of Schools for the Archdiocese of New York. He oversees one of the largest and diverse school systems in the nation, serving over 68,000 students in 200 plus Catholic schools across 10 counties. Committed to preserving and improving Catholic education in the Archdiocese, this man has spearheaded several important initiatives. Nationally recognized for his leadership, he is a man who is a member of organizations dedicated to Catholic education. Prior to coming to New York in 2008, he spent 13 years as superintendent of schools in Arlington, Virginia. He implemented many great accreditation programs down there, and he has done a fantastic job. Known the country over as one of the best in education. He was educated at the University of Sarasota, Bowie State University, and Frostburg State University. Would you please welcome our aide at large, Timothy J. McNiff. Let's hear it one more time for all our aides. And of course, we move on to the highlight of the night, is the introduction of the Grand Marshal. The Grand Marshal is the person who leads the parade up 5th Avenue, and this year the committee have made an exceptional member as the Grand Marshal. She was raised in Allentown, Pennsylvania.